Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. We are Unspoken Real Talk, and today, I can say this afternoon, we are talking with my friend, Mr. Quincy Davis, one of the original men of Unspoken, and he has been with Unspoken since I started, which I'm excited about, and he's been riding with us since the beginning. Welcome in, my friend. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Glad to be here. Appreciate y'all bringing me on.
Well, I'm glad you're here because I don't want to say an OG, but you are one of our original, one of our, believe it or not, 39. Can you believe we had 39 in the first book? Um, original, original, unspoken, because I have dubbed you guys unspoken men. So you got the title, the whole, that's what you are. So if anybody ever asks you, oh, I'm an unspoken man. So I know it's kind of, because we did our duets and stuff on TikTok, which I really need to get back on that, but that's neither here nor there. Um,
Yeah,
what what made you want to do it? Because
do
I tell people I did not twist their arms, I did not beat them in the back of the head or anything. What made you do it? Why did you want to do it?
the unspoken.
Yes.
I mean, kind of always dealt with, you know, struggling with feeling like mental illness or whatnot. It's not like I haven't been depressed or been through stages of being depressed. So of course, to want to get out there and try to reach some folks with my type of perspective or, gain a perspective, that sounds pretty cool.
Got you. So I hear little people. So with you doing this and telling your story and sharing and being vulnerable, do you see that as, in addition, helping you as well as showing your kids that it's okay to show emotion?
Well, that's the whole point of my aspect of mental wellness is part of being vulnerable. Like growing up, a lot of times that's pretty much the moments you were in or I was in is being vulnerable or being picked on or something like that, especially with no guidance or help or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, you have to show them it's real. There's no point of trying to put on a fake smile or a fake face or nothing like that. It doesn't help along the lines. I mean, along the way, you don't.
I Mark, I never say his name right, but so I always call him Mark. He when he joined us, he was apprehensive about doing this, but he was bullied really bad in school. And he spoke on that. And when we went to visit schools last year when we were in Maryland, the kids kind of gravitated to him because of his story, because he could talk about being bullied. He had to wait and underneath the bleachers until school was out, and then he all the kids went out the front door and he went out like the gym door and ran all the way home. So that was his, a few years in school for him, which I'm like, I appreciate you guys doing this because our younger men need to know that what we're doing, they're okay, doing this. It's
Yeah,
just
you're not lying. I mean, I done had my own moments of being bullied, like to the point to where I was paranoid to even walk outside. Like everything was getting so bad to the point to where I would be scared to even just walk to the store. Like
so what'd you do to help yourself? What tools did you give yourself to make it a little better?
uh, sometimes I would listen to music, like especially if I had to go somewhere by myself. Other times I would do, not to tell other people to do, but sometimes I would take a kitchenware out of the kitchen and carry it with me just to feel like I had protection. Like it would get that bad.
That's yeah. There's nothing wrong with saying you need to protect yourself because we still need to protect ourselves. I mean,
Right.
we never know. We just don't know what's going to happen. Last month, I got pulled over for expired tags. I mean, like super expired, like June of last year expired. Um, and the first thing I did was put my hands on the steering wheel when he got there. And he says, "Well, I know what movie you watched." Well, yeah, this is the time and era where I can't play with you. You know, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what kind of mood you were in. He didn't give me a ticket or anything. He just told me to go ahead and get this stuff fixed because he said it looks like life was lifing for me. But he didn't have to let me go.
Right.
But that's the first thing. And I tell my kids to make a copy of their insurance, driver's license, and the registration form and stick it in the visor as a black male. So when they get pulled over, they can have their hands visible and they can point and tell them to grab the paperwork. So it's all right there so
And
that they won't
so
have
you
to,
know what kind of
worry
process
about
they can go
reaching or
with.
grabbing or pulling or something.
Mm.
So yeah, having young black men
I
is the
mean, that's
hardest
pretty
thing.
much something they taught us growing up too. Like, if you got pulled over, to make sure you put your hands on the dash and
Yeah.
don't make no sudden movements.
Mm-mm.
Like, that's like a form. To me, that's like a form of bullying too. I mean, even though I understand the law and it's for their safety and stuff like that, but sometimes it don't feel like protocol. It feel like intimidation. But that's a whole nother story.
Well, yeah, because they always say that one bad apple don't spoil the whole thing, which is true because the person that pulled me over was extremely nice, extremely understanding of all the what I had going on with my car and why things weren't done. And he said, "Well, I see your life has been life." And he said, "Well, I'd go ahead and get that done, ASAP." Now I started working on it the very next day. But anyway, but then you have the ones that are completely opposite of that you know and I know it's harder for our men to get pulled over than the women, but I still had a little color to myself and my little afro puff was out, so I won't trying to take no chances that I get one that wasn't a fan of or wasn't a neutral person. So
I understand.
ooh, mm-mm-mm. So you told me you just got off your second job.
Um,
Sec-
yeah, like my
yeah.
part-time job or whatnot. Yeah.
So is it hard being an African American male in the workforce? Do you run into things that you have to deal with that messes with your mental?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Most people would tell me, you know, to just like do the job and not to worry about stuff like that. But sometimes you can almost tell when a person feels that they're more entitled than you are.
Hmm.
Now, they don't necessarily always say it's a race thing or something like that, but no, you can always kind of get that feeling, especially if they feel like they better than you are, or they work more than you have, or been there longer, whatever the reason may be. You know, I get that a lot of times. I
That
don't.
that kind of goes back to when growing up that the men weren't supposed to cry. You just supposed to suck it up. And that sounds like the similar thing where they're just saying, "Hey, Q, come on in, do the job, and go on home."
Yeah,
And that's
it
not your
just don't.
personality.
It just don't. It's basically, if you do anything else other than that, it pretty much shows a weakness. I've always probably been one of them people who had the heart on the sleeve and all.
Hmm.
But like a lady told me in the shelter, she's like, even if you still don't have it on your sleeve, at least learn how to live with it or work with it. Because the moment people see it, they're gonna take it and try to pick it apart. Just because they swear they know what your emotions are and stuff like that. And I've only actually had, I say what, since I've been in Texas, maybe one or two people actually say something kind of racist like, but
Hmm.
I tried not to let it bother me, but I can't say it didn't.
And you would think we're in 2026, and it would, I'm sure it'll never go away because it's a learned behavior from generations on.
Mm,
You would think it would be less than what we're seeing, because I get it in school from kids. I call them our country kids, but kids who live further outside of the suburb city, whatever. They're just like, in the country, and
right,
it's a learned behavior. They carry themselves that way. They talk to the teachers in that manner, because I had a group of them. They were in the bathroom a couple weeks ago, and I told them that they needed to leave, go to class, just. And I'm just walking past the bathroom. I didn't stop. I didn't go in. I didn't say, hey, Q, you got to come out. You didn't, I just walked
right.
past and say, you guys got to go.
Shoot,
She
shoot.
told me to, she says, mind your business, bitch. So, me being me and almost forgetting where I was at, I turned around and I went back in the bathroom, and it was full of little girls, and I couldn't see all of them. So I, had my little pearls clutched, and I said, "So, am I the bitch that you're saying to mind your business?" And the young lady that I couldn't see, she said, "If you're the one telling us to go, that we need to go to class, then yeah, bitch, mind your business."
Mm,
Ninth graders
yeah,
learn behavior,
yeah.
and she refused to apologize to me. She told our principal that she wasn't going to apologize to me, and she'd rather take 3 days suspension than say that she was sorry. Learn behavior.
Yes, I get it. Uh, I would say one of the statements, but I don't know if it'd be too much or so.
What state are you in?
I'm in Texas right now.
Okay. Okay. You are in the danger zone.
I know.
Yeah, you in the heart of it. No, nope. I take that back. Alabama is one place. I know we're there, but I've always been apprehensive about going.
Mm,
I want to go just to see what it's like,
yeah.
but I hear it's still the same. I hear it's still the same.
They actually had a video on Facebook a couple of years back about one in Arkansas. They said it was a city full of just Caucasians and whatnot. They basically was telling
Hmm.
people on the recording, like, yeah, don't know black people live out here and yada yada and stuff like that. I was like, okay. It's like if they ever catch one out of here and what they would do, it's like, no, we're not visiting Arkansas. We're not
And
doing
that's what I
that.
said. You think it would be gone, but it's still live and well
Yeah,
and going strong. It's just not like what we would see on TV where they're completely dressed, where you can just like pick them out, but they're 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 everywhere. And
yeah,
I wish it would end, because it's hard on the kids coming up, and you got small babies, and they're gonna have to deal with that.
all right. And
So
being somebody, being somebody who done been through it, but I've only necessarily gotten people telling me like racial statements. Like I've never necessarily like had to do like racial physical altercations and nothing like that, but they've always told me like random messed up statements.
so do you feel like when you go out, I mean, do you have some like your childhood, you know, like in the back of your mind where you have to look, you feel like you're always looking behind you or always staying on guard? Are you ever relaxed living in the Texas area?
I wouldn't say relax. It's more lines of just try to stay self-aware.
Hmm.
Like even though I'm from Michigan, like stuff gets goes like a whole lot faster. But down here, like there are times where you can have like chill moments and don't be worried about it, but still having to be self-aware. Like you never know. I say like what a few years back when I first came down here, I was almost stabbed by a junkie at a Royal Lane station. Like I was just being careless. I left from my brother's house, went to the train station, had my headphones on, wasn't paying no attention. Then all of a sudden I just look up and he over me like he about to stab me or so, and I had to get out of there.
Wow.
From that day on, I was like, nah, like it seemed cool enough, but I have to be more self-aware.
I get it. It's yeah. Just ooh, ooh. How are your kids adjusting to moving the move?
Say it again.
That's the thing about being young, being, small. As long as there's food and toys and stuff, I don't really think they notice too much.
You know, not a care in the world. Shit.
Yeah. So it's like, hmm, you
That's
gotta
why they
love
say
it. You gotta love it.
but the moment you
So
start one plus one makes two, that's when life start life for you. Shit.
hmm. So when you're at home and you're relaxing, when you get a chance, because little people don't make you like give you a chance to relax. What is it that you like to do? Just to
Mhm. Most times, nowadays, I just kind of like try to get a peace of mind. Other than sometimes I might play the PlayStation or might write a verse or something and make a couple of videos or so or whatnot. But other than that, I just try to get some type of peace of mind. Because growing up, that's why I don't think I ever felt like I always got. It felt like they always sent me a message with that, basically telling me like this world don't get those kind of common courtesies. So
hmm.
anytime I get some type of peace of quiet, I take it.
So I heard you say write a verse. Tell us about that. Hmm. Didn't know you were writing verses.
Yeah, I post them on TikTok. Like sometimes I write verses to people's songs and I post them on TikTok.
I'm gonna have to go look at that because I'm like, am I looking at the next? We're gonna say Key Sweat because everybody else that was coming to mind is just they're not in the right place right now. They somewhere else. Hmm.
He said Key
That
Sweat.
that sounds like fun. I gotta go and research that one because I see you
Mhm.
on a duets in your other video. I gotta go back and look at that.
And it was like sometimes, like when I first started on here, like I only, I'm sorry about that,
It's
my
okay.
baby. But when I first got on here, I mean on TikTok, I didn't know what to do. Like I had just got out of a car accident and everything, and my wife was like, you should just go ahead and start making videos because I was just BSing with it. And then I saw this thing about duets, and I started doing that. Here you go, mom. Call your brother and see if there's any other name on there that you might have to give them. Call your brother and see if there's any. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Thank you, mama. I'm sorry.
Oh, you were talking about your car accident and starting on the tick of the talk.
Oh, oh yeah, my wife. I was like BSing with videos, and she was like, "You should really start doing them because you never know." And that's pretty much what happened. I went on there and started playing around with the whole duet, acting phrase thing or whatnot. And then after that, I just started duetting with random people. Like sometimes I don't think they even liked it or even realized I was doing it. So I just started making it a thing. Like I would just scroll down the timeline
Mm-hmm.
and just see somebody making that had made a video and it say duet it, and I just do it. And Lord behold, it started doing what it's doing. Shit, I
And then they
wasn't even
start coming
thinking
to
on.
you. Here you go, do this
Yeah,
one, do that one, do this one.
yeah, or I just scroll up the timeline and just see something funny and try to make a funny duet and react to it and see what
Mm-hmm.
I can get from it. Wasn't necessarily like trying to get famous off of it or nothing like that. Um,
Got you.
I don't really, not like other people. Gotta like dangle a bag of money to motivate me or something like that. I ain't one of them people.
Yeah,
I
if you
make the
can wait
money.
for you got to spend your entire day every day doing TikTok to get money. I'm good.
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm not one of the people who dangle a bag of money in front of to be motivated. You know, if I make some
Mm-hmm.
money off of it, I make something off of it. If I don't, I don't. I ain't
I
really tripping
got it.
about it.
So if you were to go back to your younger self, what would you tell your younger self about your what you know now as far as to help you with the mental health part of it?
Just because somebody took your joy, don't mean your confidence should have to deplete, or you feel how you are as a stride, as a man growing up, or as a young man growing up. Every time somebody took your joy, doesn't mean you should have to let it. At the same time, living it doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen.
Yep.
Because you can sit there and say you don't want it to let it or nothing like that, but it will still hurt, especially
Mm-hmm.
depending on what it may be. And that's the cookie. That's the cookie. Okay, that's my cookie.
I, that's the answer. That's the answer right there. That's a money answer right there. So I know where to find you. I know where to find you. But if someone was looking for Quincy, or excuse me, for Q to do a duet, how can they find you?
Most times, if you make the video and either tag me in it or like when I first started, I would have a few people who would just shoot it to me in the message. Most times I say just kind of like put it up there, either tag it in it or just post it. And when I see it, especially if I can add to it, I'm definitely gonna jump on it. Mm.
Well, oh no, you're good. You're good. I want to thank you, and I want you to come back. I want you to keep coming back because we're gonna be doing this all year long. So as the
Mhm.
calendar comes out, which hopefully I'm not working, but I do work two jobs. I keep telling my guys, I want you guys to come back. I want, not this to be a one and done. I want you to keep coming back and talking and just, letting our viewers know that, you know, you're okay, but you
Yeah.
still have your ups and downs, just telling your story. So it's just kind of like a check-in. If you run across something that you think or feel that should be here, let me know. I will put you on here and you can do your thing. Like, let's say you find somebody that, hey, I want to interview this person. I want to talk to this person. This is your platform. So I will set it up and I will move out the way so that you can talk to whomever it is that you want to talk to. So this is the platform for you guys.
Yes, ma'am. And we do appreciate it. Sure. And anytime I do get the chance to interview somebody, I will.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that when I do this for the guys, I want to make sure that they know that this is for them. So anytime you guys need to jump on, you find something, you see something, just let me know. and we will hop back on and we will chit and chat again.
Which is why I was
And
kind of bummed about it the first time too, because I didn't know if y'all was gonna continue it. And when I tried to send my second chapter in, I was like
that
super
was my
excited to
fault. I
do it.
totally missed it. I thought I had it, so that I dropped the ball. So I have that. So that will go in the current one plus whatever you want to add. So you'll have, both of it. So that was all on me, and I take that because I when you said I sent it, I'm like, what? So I went back into the folders because everybody has their own folder, and I had moved yours over into your folder, but we did not go through and check it. So that was my fault. But
Um,
it's going in this next one.
I ain't tripping about it. I guess I was
Oh,
just
I am.
excited to. I was just excited to do a follow up with it and get it sent in. I wasn't even expecting to finish it that fast. I was like, dang. But I need to start on something else. I need to go back and see what other materials you said we could add on to and
Yep. So
see
if you
where
want to add
mine.
on to that one, you can. This one is answering questions. So all you doing is like if I come up to you and say, "Hey, Q, you know, it's just something about mental health." So you're just responding to the women's questions. So that's what I got like the stack of questions that I'm just divvying up with everybody so that they can it's called getting the questions answered. And the last one for this year, because I'm only gonna do two this year, is and I mean you can do all of them at the same time. I'll send you your questions, but the last one is writing a letter to your younger Q. What would you tell your younger Q that you've learned, to help that young Q come, what would you tell the younger Q? Because I've written two, and I would tell myself that it's okay to talk to somebody. It would have been okay for me to find somebody to talk to because I didn't have anybody to talk to or anybody I trusted or thought I trusted. And I just wrote down all the stuff that I've learned to tell my younger self so it would do different. So that's the last one.
So I would tell my younger self, even though tomorrow isn't promised, the day still arrives.
See,
So no matter how bad you think it might be today, even though tomorrow feels like it's not promised, the day still arrives. All you gotta do is make it there.
to your younger self. And that's what the last one is. It's just a letter to your younger self. Okay. Well, that went by quick. That's also because I was tardy. I was like, why is my computer working? It would not connect to the internet. What do you call it? It did updates and everything. And I'm like, now's not the time for that. But that's what it did. It was updating stuff. So thank you for jumping in on a Saturday night when I know you could be out dancing and having a good time.
I don't do all that. I chill at home with my girl. That's my dancing at home on a Saturday night. What did I tell you? Chilling with the girl. You got one more time. Yeah. I promise. If I do
Gotcha.
go out or something like that, it's
Mm-hmm.
third moment or whatever the situation is. But most times, oh, I'm at home with my girls.
See, I understand. I've gotten to that point now because now that I do that, I get more stuff done. So I'm more productive. Like I just rearranged this entire office and it looked like a tornado has come through and I need to finish that tonight. Because
Right.
I said I can't do National Margarita Day until my chores are done. So I can't do anything tomorrow until my chores are done. So I'm trying to get them all done tonight.
Like put yourself under discipline. So some type of discipline, right?
When I'll be able to get this link here in probably about 10 minutes. It'll pop up for me and I'll send it to you so you can have it.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Got
you'll have it and you can post it where you would like to post it, wherever you want to share, or you can just have it for your own records.
use it for
All right.
future
I
unspoken.
appreciate you. I will talk to you soon and sometime next week y'all will be getting an email or I'll send you a text message now that I got you programmed in my phone and I know who it is.
Yes, ma'am.
All
No
right, you have
problem.
a good Saturday, and I will talk to you soon, my friend.
Yes, ma'am. You as well. Thank you.
Thanks,
You have a
dear.
good night.
Have a good one.